Motorcyclist, 43, dies in East Kange accident. Likram Bandine, a 43-year-old motorcyclist, lost his life in an accident along Garrison Road, East Kange, Burbus, on Sunday. According to police headquarters, Bandine was riding his motorcycle, number SLP2, at approximately 10:20 p.m. when he collided with a motor car, number PAF 5919, driven by Ravindra Stanley, the 43-year-old deputy police commander for Region 6. Reports indicate that Stanley's vehicle was traveling south along the eastern driving lane of Kange Public Road at a normal speed. He reportedly signaled left to turn onto Garrison Road, located on the eastern side of the public road. While on Garrison Road, Bandine allegedly lost control of his motorcycle, veered off onto the eastern grass parapet, and subsequently crashed into the left rear fender of Stanley's car. Stanley immediately alerted the police following the incident. Injuries and fatality. Bandine sustained severe head and bodily injuries. Police reported that at the time of the accident, he was not wearing a safety helmet. He was picked up in a semi-conscious state by porters from the New Amsterdam Hospital and transported to the New Amsterdam Public Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries while receiving treatment. His body is currently at the hospital's mortuary, awaiting a post-mortem examination. Meanwhile, Stanley underwent a breathalyzer test, which returned a reading of 0. Both the car and motorcycle have been lodged at the New Amsterdam police station for examination as investigations continue. Female Venezuelan charged with attempted murder. Veronica Rondon Alfaro, a female Venezuelan national from San Felix/El Dorado, Venezuela, was arrested by officers from the Iterengbang police station on March 13, 2025, and charged today, Monday, with the offense of attempt to commit murder. The charge was filed in accordance with Section 103(c) of the Criminal Law, Offences, Act, Chapter 801 of the Laws of Guyana. At approximately 11:30 a.m. today, the accused appeared virtually in the Kamarong Magistrates Court before His Worship Mr. Rabindranath Singh. The charge of attempt to commit murder was read to her. She was not required to enter a plea to the indictable charge and has been remanded to prison. The matter has been adjourned to June 17, 2025, for continuation. Veronica Rondon Alfaro is accused of attempting to murder Frederick Jr. Stanford, a 36-year-old businessman from Golden Grove, East Coast Demerara, on March 9, 2025, at Mango Landing in Region No. 7. Investigations revealed that the victim and the suspect had been in an intimate relationship for the past year while at Mango Landing. The businessman reported that the Venezuelan woman left his place of business and went to a nearby shop owned by a 30-year-old male Venezuelan national, where they consumed alcohol. At around 11 p.m. on March 9, 2025, she returned to the victim's place of business, which was closed, and knocked on the door. The businessman instructed her to go back where you went. Following this, he opened the door, and the Venezuelan woman rushed in with a 1-liter Coca-Cola bottle containing gasoline, which she allegedly threw on the victim. A struggle ensued between them, resulting in some of the remaining gasoline spilling on the suspect. The woman then lit a lighter, causing both individuals to suffer physical burns. Concerned bystanders intervened and transported both the suspect and the victim to Iterengbang police station, where they were subsequently airlifted to Georgetown via a Guyana Defense Force aircraft for medical attention. Fatal accident at Yarrowcabra, Soesdijk-Linden Highway. Police are investigating a fatal accident that occurred on Sunday, March 16, 2025, at approximately 8:30 p.m. at Yarrowcabra, Soesdijk-Linden Highway. The incident involved the following vehicles. Motor lorry number G5478, a blue lorry owned by Mohammed's Excavating Service of Yarrowcabra Village, Soesdijk-Linden Highway. It was driven and parked by Anthony Vries, a 31-year-old resident of Madawini Village, Soesdijk-Linden Highway. Motor car number PRR 7155, a silver car owned and driven by Asgar Ramirez, a 25-year-old Guyanese man from Lot 82 Duke Street, Kingston, Georgetown. According to initial reports, the motorcar was traveling north along the western side of the Soos-Dijklanden highway at a high speed when the driver, Asghar Ramirez, lost control and crashed into the rear of the parked lorry. The lorry had developed mechanical issues around 4:30 p.m. on the same day. This was reported to the Highway Patrol Base, and police officers responded to the scene, securing the area with reflective cones placed around the vehicle. At the time of the collision, Anthony Vries and others were beside the lorry, attempting repairs. The impact caused significant damage to both vehicles. Asghar Ramirez sustained severe head and bodily injuries. He was extracted from his vehicle in an unconscious state by police officers and members of the public. A passing vehicle transported him to Diamond Hospital, where Dr. Baker examined him and pronounced him dead on arrival. His body was later taken to Memorial Gardens Funeral Home, pending a post-mortem examination. Meanwhile, Anthony Vries, the lorry driver, has been taken into custody to assist with the investigation. Gold miner charged with murder. Tony Rampersad, a 29-year-old gold miner from Idabali Landing, Lower Mazaruni River, was arrested on March 8, 2025, at the Idabali police checkpoint. He was charged today, Monday, by Detective Constable Watts of the Bardaka police station with the offense of murder. Rampersad appeared before His Worship Tariq Muhammad at the Bardaka Magistrates Court at 9:10 a.m., where the charge was read to him. He was not required to plead to the indictable charge and was remanded to prison. The case was adjourned to May 12, 2025, for continuation. Rampersad is accused of murdering Williams Cozier. Teen dies in accident at Eccles Public Road. Newsroom, Ronald Law, a 17-year-old resident of 3rd Street, Cummings Lodge, Georgetown, tragically died on Friday following an accident at Eccles. According to police headquarters, the incident occurred around 6:05 p.m. and involved motorcar PJ 7247, driven by a 20-year-old police constable from Quarantine, Burbis, and motorcycle CP 5320, operated by 17-year-old Sean Bourne of Lusignan Grassfield, East Coast Demerara. Lal was the pillion rider on the motorcycle. Reports indicate that Lal and Bourne were traveling north along the western carriageway of Eccles Public Road at a high speed, maneuvering in a zigzag manner to overtake vehicles ahead of them. As they attempted to pass the motorcar PJ 7247, which was traveling north in the eastern lane, Bourne collided with the concrete median separating the two carriageways. This collision caused Bourne to lose control of the motorcycle, resulting in both him and Lal falling onto the road in front of the car. The driver of the motor car, noticing the accident, applied the brakes to avoid a collision. However, due to the short distance, he was unable to stop in time and drove over both the driver and the pillion rider, inflicting injuries. Both Bourne and Lal were picked up in a conscious state by the driver of the car and nearby bystanders, and were rushed to the Diamond Diagnostic Center. They were examined by a doctor on duty, and Bourne was referred to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation for treatment of fractured ribs and abrasions. His condition is regarded as critical. Meanwhile, Lal was reportedly self-discharged by relatives from the hospital and transported via ambulance to the Woodlands Hospital, where he was subsequently pronounced dead by a doctor. His body has been taken to the Memorial Gardens Funeral Home, awaiting a post-mortem examination. The driver of the motorcar has been escorted to the Providence Police Station, where he is in custody and assisting with the investigation. Further inquiries into the incident are ongoing. Two gold miners charged with possession of 186 grams of cocaine. Two gold miners, Christophe Amsterdam, a 26-year-old from La Retraite, West Bank Demerara, and Kwesi Nero, a 27-year-old from LBI, East Coast Demerara, have been charged with possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking after being apprehended by police at Tamake Bakdam. The accused appeared today, Monday, at the Bardaka Magistrates Court before His Worship Tariq Muhammad, where the charges were read. Both men pleaded not guilty and were subsequently remanded to prison. The case has been adjourned until April 28, 2025, for continuation. Police were on patrol duty in Tamakebak Dam on Sunday afternoon when they acted on received information and proceeded to a camp occupied by Nero and Amsterdam. Upon arrival, officers noticed that Amsterdam was carrying a black haversack. A search of the bag revealed 207 transparent parcels, each containing a white substance suspected to be cocaine. Amsterdam was informed of the offense and subsequently cautioned and arrested. He claimed, "Officer, I found the bag in the camp while we were cleaning up." Both individuals were arrested and taken to the Inachu police station in Region No. 7, where the suspected narcotics were weighed, amounting to 186 grams. Wanted individual, Jagdesh Mangal. The Guyana police force is seeking assistance in locating an individual, Jagdesh Mangal, who is wanted in connection with a fraudulent conversion case. Below are the detailed particulars regarding the individual and the associated offense. Wanted individual details. Name, Jagdesh Mangal. Date of birth, April 12, 1987. Last known address, Lot 51 4th Street, Belmont, Mahaica ECD. Offense, fraudulent conversion. Date of offense, October 2024. Place of offense, Hague, West Coast Demerara. Call for assistance. The police are encouraging anyone who has information regarding the whereabouts of Jagdesh Mangal to come forward. Citizens can provide tips or report sightings through the following contact numbers. Police contact numbers: 227-1149, 225-8196, 227-1611, 268-2322, 268-3405, 225-6978, 333-3876. Alternatively, information can be reported to the nearest police station. If you see or know anything about Jagdesh Mangal's whereabouts, please do not hesitate to reach out to the authorities. Your cooperation is essential in ensuring the rule of law and maintaining community safety. AFC demands government accountability over increased threats from Venezuela. Kaider News. In a statement released on Sunday, the Alliance for Change, AFC, has called on the government of Guyana, GOG, to provide answers regarding recent incidents reflecting heightened aggression from neighboring Venezuela. The AFC expressed concerns, stating, "Guyana's issues and contentions with Venezuela are becoming increasingly serious and complex." Since the beginning of 2025, citizens have witnessed a vicious attack on the GDF patrol unit in the Cuyuni River in February, followed by a brazen intrusion into Guyana's waters by a Venezuelan patrol vessel, the Guaycuri PO-11, earlier this month. The party emphasized the necessity for the government to uphold the sanctity of the nation, declaring, "This protection must come not only from a lawless neighbor but also from the weak leadership within our country." The alleged attack on members of the Guyana Defense Force, GDF, River Patrol in the Cuyuni River resulted in injuries to 6 soldiers. Subsequently, on March 1, 2025, at approximately 7 o'clock HRS, a Venezuelan armed vessel entered Guyana's territorial waters and approached the Floating Production Storage and Offloading (FPSO) vessel, Prosperity, which operates in the oil-rich Stabroek Block. The Venezuelan vessel contacted the FPSO, asserting that it was operating in disputed international waters before proceeding towards other FPSOs in the vicinity. Guyana's head of state, President Irfan Ali, has underscored that while the country is firmly committed to international law, peaceful resolution of disputes, and diplomacy, Guyana will not allow Maduro and Venezuela to threaten or violate our sovereignty and territorial integrity. However, the AFC contends that the government has demonstrated on multiple occasions that it lacks the resolve to confront Venezuela, instead resorting to gimmicks and falsehoods to obscure the grim reality of the situation from the Guyanese people. The party insisted, all Guyanese, regardless of their position in society, must be fully informed and mobilized during these perilous times. Anything less is unacceptable. It is noteworthy that Venezuela has long claimed more than two-thirds of Guyana, particularly the Essequibo region. In response, Guyana has approached the International Court of Justice, ICJ, to resolve the ongoing border dispute, which remains pending before the court. Guyana Defense Force athletes shine at Ariza National Championship. Athletes from the Guyana Defense Force, GDF, delivered impressive performances at the Ariza National Championship held over the weekend at the Kirani James National Stadium in Grenada. The GDF contingent showcased remarkable talent and dedication, achieving notable victories and podium finishes across various disciplines. Senior Petty Officer Les Lane Baird displayed his javelin throwing skills, finishing in a commendable second place with a throw of 70.14 meters, just missing out on the gold medal. On the track, Sergeant Akeem Stewart dazzled spectators with a stunning performance in the men's invitational 100m, sprinting to victory in an outstanding time of 10.59 seconds. Private Nicholas Daw emerged as a formidable competitor in the middle distance events, securing double gold medals. He triumphed in the 400m with a time of 49.37 seconds and followed up with another victory in the 800m, clocking in at 1 minute and 54.18 seconds. Private Savannah Adams contributed to the GDF's medal tally by finishing second in the women's 100-meter with a time of 12.07 seconds. The success of the GDF athletes can be attributed in part to the leadership and guidance of athletics head coach Staff Sergeant Quince Clark, who played a crucial role in their preparation for the championships. In a statement, the GDF remarked, "The performances of these athletes are a testament to their hard work, dedication, and unwavering commitment to excellence, proudly representing the Guyana Defense Force on the regional stage."